Instructions for completing the RAFT ERMA application. Stop and read all the instructions carefully. You must take your time, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact 311 for assistance. If you finish reading and understand everything, choose Yes at the bottom of the page and click Next. COVID-19 certification. Is your housing situation COVID-19 related? Check the box depending on your situation. Metro Housing Boston will determine what program you're eligible for if you were affected by the COVID-19 pandemic or not. Household information. Type all the information requested for the head of household. The head of the household is the only person that needs to add their ID in the RAFT ERMA application. This is really important. Use an email and a phone number that you currently use if you have one. It is not mandatory to have an email or a phone number, but I do recommend it. If you do not, you can still do the application and choose I don't have a phone or choose I do not have an email and continue. Landlord information. Reach out to your landlord for their contact information. You will need these. You will need their name, address, language, phone number, email, and one alternative contact for the landlord. That's optional. Request for assistance. Briefly describe your housing situation and the reason you are requesting assistance. Here's an example. Select the type of funds you need. You can choose multiple funds. Every housing case is different, so choose what you need. After selecting the fund and the amount for each, you will be able to see the total assistance requested at the bottom of page 6. Once you're done, click Next. In this example, I selected stipends. Stipends equals to prospective rent. If you know you need more assistance, please check the monthly stipends box and add the number of months you need help with. Remember to tell your property owner what you're applying for. In most cases, people need help paying their overdue rent. If you are doing this application to pay your overdue rent, check the overdue rent box and it will turn blue. For example, if you owe a total of $3,000, then you would type $3,000 under amount. You will be able to see the total amount you're requesting at the bottom of page 6. After you're done, click Next. Example of tenant at will lease. The tenant at will lease must be signed by the tenant and the property owner. The date, contact information, address of the property owner, and the amount the tenant pays each month must be there. State of Massachusetts Tenant at Will form. As shown, it is an example of the Tenant at Will form for the state of Massachusetts. Request for assistance. A blue upload button will appear for you to upload the lease. Contact your landlord if you do not have these documents. You need to prove the amount you owe your landlord and a copy of the first page of the lease. Example of lease agreement. You do not need to upload all the documents of the lease agreement. If you only have one page, that is accepted. Make sure it's signed by you and the landlord. Head of household information. Citizenship or immigrational status is not an issue for most of the funding. However, the head of the household must attach a document to confirm legal identity and type their information. Upload a picture or a scanned copy of your ID. Examples of valid IDs. This application requires applicants to report the income of all adults, 18 and older. If you receive any type of income, please type what type of income, the amount, and the frequency. If you do not receive income, benefits, and/or contributions from any source, you are reporting zero income. In page 7, they ask for the head of the household income. If the head of the household has income, please provide a letter or other verification showing current income dated within the last 60 days. Check the box at the bottom of page 7, certifying that this is true. Proof of employment if you are paid in cash. Proof of income if you are paid with paystubs. If you get paid every 15 days, you just need the last 2 paystubs. If you receive 1 paystub every week, you need to add the last 4 paystubs. Example of paystub, proof of income. Benefits document, example. Additional household member information. Make sure to add all the people that live in your household. If you're a tenant that pays another tenant the rent, please know this application only pays the landlord. Contact your landlord and ask if you can do this application. What is a household? A home and its occupants regarded as one unit. For example, mother and father and children, adults sharing a home, nuclear family and granddad, single parent family, or person living alone. There are many types of households. Income deductions. Some payments may be deductible from your gross income. Check yes if a member of your household currently pays for any of the expenses listed. Once you're done, click Next. Current housing status. Select the option that best describes where you currently live. Example, if you live in a private, non-subsidized apartment, check Live in a private, non-subsidized apartment. Next, type the total monthly amount you pay for rent and the total overdue rent amount. Lastly, upload the lease and the rental agreement. Contact your landlord if you need the documents. Rent statement. Rent statements are a type of document that lets the tenant know how much money they owe for rent and when it must be paid by. This document can be handwritten by the property owner. Please ask your landlord to list all the months you owe with the date and the amount for each month. MassHealth DTA Benefits. Check any of the boxes shown in page 11 if you have any of the benefits shown. If you do not check the last one stating you do not receive any of those benefits, this will make it faster for Metro Housing Boston to verify your income eligibility. MassHire Career Centers can help you get a new job or advance your career. MassHire Career Center can help you get a job. Some useful information. However, click Next to continue with this application if you're all set. Authorization and Release. Please read page 13 carefully. Sign page 13 after reading the Authorization and Release page. Confirmation. All adults 18 years and older need to sign the Authorization and Release section. Click Save if you did not finish the application. Save your application. Make sure to check your email and click Send. You should receive a copy of the application to the email you choose. Finish the application within 14 days or the application will expire and you will have to redo the application again. Confirmation. Finishing the application. Click Submit to finish the application and send the complete application with the documents requested to Metro Housing Boston. If you did not add all the documents provided, Metro Housing Boston We'll ask for those documents later in the process. If you need to contact Metro Housing Boston about your application or have any questions, email or call Metro Housing Boston.